My name's Sophie, and you join me today for National Nest Box Week. So nest boxes. I mean, you'd kind of think birds know how to make their own nest boxes, and most do. Or most birds can make their own nest box, but a lot of birds are nowadays still need our help because unfortunately a lot of their habitat is getting destroyed all up and down the UK and across the world, and that means their suitable habitat sites where they can make their own nests, they're losing them. So National Nest Box Week is all about highlighting nest boxes and how important they are basically for our local local wildlife, our local birds. As you can see behind me, we've got lots of different types of nest boxes up here. And in fact, you can get nest boxes for basically almost any type of different bird species, all the way from your small songbirds. So I imagine a lot of you have heard about those, blue-tist nest boxes, sparrows, robins, things like that, blackbirds. Basically, most have some kind of nest box for them. Unfortunately, a lot of habitat for them is slowly being eroded as well, and even goes all the way up to things like your birds of prey as well, things like kestrels, barn owls, things like tawny owls as well. They all really have different types of nest boxes that they can rely on. So it's really, really important to have these different types of nest boxes up in your gardens for our local birds. Now, does that mean that specific nest box is necessarily even going to house that specific species you're hoping for? Not always. For example, the barn owls here, quite commonly, kestrels will sometimes still and kind of live in barn owl boxes, even though they're specifically designed for barn owls. But hey ho, they will still sometimes give it a go. And that brings me on to a very good point. So we've got our barn owls behind me, Mav and Goose. So in the UK, unfortunately, as I was saying earlier about habitat being destroyed, barn owls are a prime example of that. Offices are being converted, like old barns, essentially, which a lot of barn owls rely on to live in as suitable habitat, suitable places to nest. Unfortunately, a lot of that's getting converted, destroyed, turned into housing, new offices, new buildings, things like that, and they're losing their homes. So it is thought, depending on the region in the UK, up to 90% of barn owls rely on barn owl boxes here in the UK. So it's really, really important to put them up if you can, if you've got the right habitat. And so that's where kind of local groups are really helpful. So the Sussex Barn Owl Group here down in Sussex is really helpful.